The sun was just rising over the busy streets of Lagos. The sound of car horns, traders calling customers, and children rushing to school filled the air. Inside a small but neat 3-bedroom apartment, Madam Ada was busy tying a wrapper as she counted some money for her thrift business. Her husband, Mr. Adam Jonathan, had already left the house before dawn, as he always did. Mr. Jonathan was a businessman who hardly stayed at home. To him, life was about making money and paying school fees. As long as his daughters were in school, he believed he was doing his job as a father. Madam Ada, on the other hand, was a strong woman. Even though she didn't go far in school, she had built a small but successful thrift clothing business. With the money she made sure her 2 daughters, Cordelia and Tina, had the best education possible. Cordelia, the older one, was 15. She was beautiful but never felt good enough. Tina, her younger sister, was 12 and the complete opposite, bold and confident. Cordelia hated the way she went to school. Every morning, she and Tina would enter a tricycle while some of her classmates arrived in shiny black SUV with tinted windows and drivers in suits. Some even had police escort. She knew she could never be friends with those girls, especially Zara, the most popular girl in school. She was from a very rich family. Her parents were captains of industries, and she only moved with girls like her. Girls who had the latest iPhones, expensive hair, and designer school bags. At night, when everyone was asleep, Cordelia would whisper her thoughts to Tina. Tina. I wish I could be in Zara's group, she said one night, staring at the ceiling. Forget that thing, Cordelia. Those girls don't like us. Besides, we are not as rich as their parents. Oh, shut up. What am I even telling you? But if I was their friend, everyone in school would respect me. I need that respect. I need that attention. Cordelia, how do you plan to do that? Do you have their kind of money? Don't worry, I'll find a way. Always do. The next day at school, she wrote a letter to Zara and her friends, begging to be in their group. She placed it inside Zara's desk before class started. During lunch, Zara and her friends read the letter aloud in front of everyone and burst into laughter. Who is this one? God, can you imagine? A mouse wants to become an elephant. Do you think we really would accept somebody like you? Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have anybody that works in the White House? Oh, you don't? Of course you don't. And do you have any aunt who is associated with Mark Zuckerberg? Of course you don't. And you think I'm going to accept you into my group? God Almighty forbid. The whole class laughed. Cordelia felt her face burn with shame. She picked up her books and ran out of the class. That night, Cordelia couldn't sleep. Her sister tried to comfort her. Can you believe? Those girls really embarrassed me. But I told you not to go to them. I knew it. And we don't have their kind of money. I don't even know why you're trying to be friends with that annoying Zara. Leave me alone. You don't understand. You don't understand the respect she gets. God. Cordelia, don't worry. All will be well. Don't tell me all will be well. Don't tell me all will be well. You don't even have any idea about what I'm going through right now. Okay, sorry. Should I go and call mommy? No. So what else should I do? Okay, don't worry. I'll be fine. Good night. The next morning, as Cordelia and Tina walked to school, Cordelia kept her eyes on the road. She was waiting for anyone who had a big car. Cordelia, what are you doing again? Let's go. Look at the tricycle. Let's just enter. Wait. I'm going to go to school in a luxury car today. I'm going to show Zara and her friends. Okay, how? Just watch me. Just then, a black Range Rover approached. Cordelia clutched her stomach and bent over. My stomach! Tina's eye widened. Cordelia, what are you doing? Follow my lead. She staggered to the road and waved weakly at the car. The driver slowed down and the window rolled down. A middle-aged man looked at them. Young women. What are you doing on the road? Is everything okay? Sir, Good morning. Is my sister? She has cramps, menstrual cramps, and our school is not far from here, sir. Yes, thank you, sir, for asking. The man's face softened. Okay, what is the name of your school? It is Prestige. My stomach. Sorry, young lady, please calm down. It is Prestige Academy, sir. Okay. Without hesitation, he opened the car door. Come in, I will drop you off. Cordelia and Tina exchanged glances before getting in. The car smelled of rich lather and perfume. Cordelia sat up straight, already imagining how people will react when they saw her. When they arrived at the school gate, the entire school turned to look. My goodness, is that not Cordelia? Wait, let me see. Who is that man with her? Zara and her friends stopped talking and stared. Cordelia stepped out gracefully, pretending not to notice the attention. Before the car drove off, she turned and said, "Thank you, Uncle. God bless you," loud enough for everyone to hear. The moment she walked into the school compound, Zara and her friends walked up to her. "Cordelia, who was that?" Zara asked, raising an eyebrow. "Oh, that's just my uncle. He just returned from the States and he works in the White House." Zara exchanged looks with her friends. Well, maybe we misjudged you too quickly. She folded her arms and smiled. "Well, you can hang out with us if you want to." Cordelia's heart pounded with excitement. She had finally done it. Cordelia soon realized that being Zara's friend was not as easy as she thought. It was expensive. The girls always came to school with the latest shoes, designer school bags, and expensive wristwatches. If you didn't have money, you couldn't fit in. One day during break, they were all sitting under a tree when Zara turned to Cordelia. "By the way, Cordelia, why don't you ever bring your phone to school?" Cordelia's heart skipped. She had no phone. you know my parents can be really funny sometimes. You see, they don't want me to show off, so they told me not to bring the phone to school. She lied quickly. Zara smirked. Is that so? Well, prove it to us that you have a phone. Bring it tomorrow. We just want to see it, even for a few minutes. The other girls nodded. Yes, sneak it, bring it, do whatever you can. Prove to us that you're worthy to be in this group. We want to see your phone tomorrow, or you are out of this group. No problem. Cordelia felt hot all over. She knew she was in trouble. If she didn't bring a phone, they would know she had been lying. That evening when she got home, she sat on the bed thinking she had to get a phone. She walked to the living room where her mom was folding clothes. "Mommy, I want to talk to you. Our teacher said we must buy a new textbook for class." Madam Ada looked up. Which textbook again? Every day you guys are always buying new textbooks. I thought your father paid for all these textbooks already. Cordelia quickly made up a name. Well, it's called Advanced Modern Comprehensive Dictionary for Secondary School Students. What kind of name is that? Mommy, it's very important and it's serious. Everybody in class must buy it. Her mother sighed and shook her head. "Okay, my darling, how much?" It's 15,000 naira. 15 what? Cordelia, do they sell gold inside? Cordelia kept a straight face. "Mommy, you know you have always said education is important." Madam Ada sighed again, then reached into her purse. "Take, but you better pass your exams." "Oh, thank you, Mommy. I love you." It's okay. Go. Cordelia said quickly before rushing out of the room. She also took all the money she had been saving in her piggy bank. Ever since she became Zara's friend, she had stopped spending her lunch money just to keep up with their lifestyle. Cordelia knew that their neighbor Michael had an iPhone. He was a university student and always carried it around. That night, she knocked on his door. Bra Michael, please, I need your help." "What is it?" "Please, now let me come in. I need your help." "Okay." Cordelia explained that she needed to borrow his phone for just one day. Michael folded his arms. "And what do I stand to gain?" I will pay you, please." "Deal." As Cordelia collected the phone, she heard her mother's voice behind her. "Cordelia, what are you doing with Michael?" Cordelia turned quickly. "Mommy, Bra Michael, he was helping me with my homework, right, Mr. Oh, madam, that's true. She came that she needed help with biology, so that was what I was helping her with. Oh, okay. Please, just hurry up. I need your help in the house. The next day, Cordelia walked into school with the iPhone in her hand. She placed it on the desk, making sure everyone could see it. Zara and her friends gasped. Wow, you actually brought it. That's what I'm talking about. You deserve to be in this group. And let me see. Oh, it's actually the latest iPhone. How did you do it? Well, you told me to sneak it out, so I put it in my bag and I brought it here. At least you can see now I have an iPhone. Well, not bad. Cordelia smiled. She had passed the test. From that day, she did everything to fit in. She stopped eating the food her mother packed for her. Instead, she bought the same food Zara and her friends ate from the school shop, even if it meant starving later. One evening, Cordelia told her mother she was going to Zara's house to do her homework. Madam Ada looked up from where she was washing plates. Cordelia, how many times did I call you? Mommy, 2 times. Be careful. Don't go and be comparing yourself to rich people. We are not the same. Mommy, I'm not going there to compare myself. I just want to go and do my homework. Please. I am just saying my own. And hurry back home. Okay? But she didn't go there to do her homework. At Zara's house, everything was different. There was loud music, plenty of food, and no parents around. That was where Cordelia first saw people smoking and drinking. Try it, Zara said, handing her a cup of alcohol. No, I can't, Cordelia said. Zara laughed. Don't be a baby, just a little. Nobody would know. Cordelia hesitated, then took a sip. It burned her throat, but she swallowed. The girls cheered. That's our girl. Keep going, girl. Don't worry. The first trial can be painful, but I promise you, you will do this over and over and over again. We do this all the time, and our parents, they don't know. Zara taught her how to get rid of the smell before going home. Before long, Cordelia was smoking and drinking like the rest of them. One day, Zara introduced her to a guy on social media. He likes you, and see, let me tell you, if you behave yourself, he can send you money and you can buy anything you want. And see, the more followers you have, the better chance for you to make more money online. Don't worry, I will teach you everything, as long as you promise to keep your mouth shut. Who was I going to tell before? I'm not a mommy's girl. Look at me. I'm a big girl. Even my mommy knows. You can trust me. Okay, fine. Cordelia started chatting with him. Soon, he sent her money, enough to buy a phone of her own. By the time she got to school the next day, Cordelia had gotten more followers and she was getting more popular than Zara. As social media was full of pictures, her followers were growing immensely and people started noticing her even more. One evening, Madam Ada came home feeling tired. She went to Cordelia's room to check on her, but Cordelia wasn't inside at the moment. As she picked up her daughter's school bag, something fell out. A phone. Madam Ada's heart stopped. She picked it up and marched to the sitting room. Cordelia! Cordelia, where are you? Cordelia came out. Yes, mommy, what is it? Madam Ada held up the phone. Who gave you this? Cordelia's eyes darted around. Good evening, mom. Don't greet me. I'm asking you a question. Who gave you a phone? Because you already know the rules. Nobody can have a phone in this house. Hey, my God, this girl will kill me. Okay, who gave you this phone? Zara. Yes, mommy, she gave it to me. Oh, Zara gave it to you. Don't worry, I'll call her. Madam Ada dialed Zara's number immediately. Hello. Zara. Well done, my daughter. Did you buy a phone for Cordelia? What? No, ma. God forbid. No, ma. I didn't give her anything. I didn't. Me? Ma, I did. We only do homework together, ma. I swear. We only do homework together. I didn't give her anything. I don't know anything about any phone. In short, Cordelia has been coming to school saying that you bought her a new phone. Ma, I don't know anything. My parents don't even allow me to bring a phone to school. So how will I even... Ma, I'm not the one. Ma, I think you should warn Cordelia. I think she's trying to act like she owns the whole world. And she's getting out of control, ma. I should tell you. Good night, ma. Madam Ada saw red. Cordelia. Hey, God, this girl. Before Cordelia could explain, a hot slap landed on her face. So you have started lying to me. Another slap. Where did you get the money? Cordelia cried, but she couldn't say the truth. That night, Madam Ada called her husband. Adam, hey, see, I don't know where you are. You better come back. Come and see what your daughter is doing. Can you believe that? She now has a phone. I don't even know where she got. Well, I've already seized that phone. I am not giving it to her again. But Mr. Jonathan sighed. Ada, please. I'm trying to make money for this family. I don't have time for all this. Madam's Ada's voice shook. So you want me to raise these girls alone? You think money is everything? But Mr. Jonathan had already cut the call. That night, Cordelia lay in bed staring at the ceiling. She knew she should stop, but she wanted more. A few years later, Cordelia got into the university, but things became worse. She skipped lectures to take pictures in different places. She wanted her Instagram to look perfect. She heard about influencers who made millions by posting pictures and promoting brands. She wanted to be one of them by all means. She heard about how to rent expensive clothes for events. She even stood in front of luxury cars taking pictures as if they were hers. Hello, my followers. Yes, this is my latest ride. Look at it. I know you love it. Yes, I'm even their brand ambassador. So if you want me to promote your brand, please hook me up and send me a DM on Instagram. She entered the campus beauty pageant because she wanted to impress Sophie, the ex-beauty queen. Sophie was everything Cordelia wanted to be. Rich, famous, and adored by everyone. Sophie was supposed to mentor the girls in the pageant, and soon she noticed Cordelia. I like you, Cordelia. I like your style. Cordelia smiled proudly. As time passed, Cordelia did everything to keep up her fake lifestyle. At home, her younger sister Tina didn't like the way Cordelia was living. Sister, this life you are living is no good. Will you shut up? What do you know about? Is it not this money that I used to give you last week for you to buy that new shoes we're talking about? And now you're telling me that the life I'm living is no good. So you better mind your business. Don't let me slap you. Sorry, I'm just trying. Don't help me. Preacher, did I ask you to preach to me? What's your... See, get out of my room. Get out. One day, Sophie invited Cordelia to her house. It was a luxurious apartment filled with the best furniture and expensive perfumes. There's a big event coming up, Sophie said, crossing her legs. I want to introduce you to some rich men. You know you're now one of our beauty queens on campus and you really need to represent this school really well. And you know the perks that come with being a beauty queen, right? No, not exactly. Okay, you can miss lectures and lecturers will always allow you to do whatever you want. And you can always make up for classes or you can get someone to write your exam for you if that is what you want. Really? Yes. But there is something you need to really do. You will need to get a BBL first. A BBL? Yes. That's how you make it big in this game. You're an influencer, right? Yes. And you've never heard of BBL? No, I've heard. And you were not planning on doing... Look at me. Have a BBL going for me. Okay, no problem. I will. Cordelia's heart pounded. She had come too far to stop now. Cordelia got the BBL. The pain was terrible. She couldn't sit properly for weeks. But when she looked in the mirror and saw her new body, she smiled. God, I thank you. Sophie, may God bless you. I swear, may my God. Let the God of my mother bless you. Now I look like a real influencer. Oh, Mom, look at body. Look at my body. Look at my butt. The sun was setting when Cordelia and some girls were taken to the exclusive party on the yacht. The boat was massive. Music blasted from the speakers. Drinks flowed. And rich men in designer clothes sat around watching the girls. Click, click, click. Paparazzi took pictures as Cordelia and the other ladies posed. She smiled for the camera, tossing her new body around like a superstar. But deep inside, she felt guilty. A week ago, her mother had come to the university unannounced. Cordelia had been chilling in her fancy apartment when her phone rang. Cordelia, I am in front of your hostel, Madam Ada said. Cordelia's heart almost stopped. Her hostel? She didn't even live there anymore. She quickly changed into a simple dress and rushed to meet her mother. She led her to a small apartment nearby. Mommy, welcome. I do not stay in the hostel. Why is that? The place is not convenient for me to read, ma. So I live in this apartment with my friend, ma. Thank you. And we split the rent. Cordelia, why are you stammering? Nothing, mommy. I didn't know that you'll be coming today. I could have prepared pepper soup. Who is expecting to eat your dirty pepper soup? I'm just here to visit you, okay? And besides, are you sure about what you're saying? Yes, mommy. No, I'm not lying. You can ask my roommate. I'm not lying. I'm fine. And besides, we're taking care of ourselves and we're really reading. And my grades are up. Her mother sighed and believed her. Now, Cordelia was partying on a yacht instead of studying. She laughed, danced, and took videos for Instagram. Everything had to look perfect for the gram. That night, Madam Ada had a terrible dream. She saw Cordelia's body floating in a lagoon. She screamed and woke up sweating. Oh God, oh God, please save my daughter. Please save my daughter. She cried, falling to her knees. She prayed fervently, calling on God to protect Cordelia from danger. Meanwhile, at the yacht party, Cordelia was sipping a drink when a tall man approached her. Good evening, young lady. You look beautiful. Thank you very much. And don't mind me, but I just want to ask, what are you doing here? Really? What kind of question is that? I'm here to have fun just like the other ladies. I can see that. But you know what? Why don't you leave right now and go home and have a rest? Please, I should go home and rest. The party hasn't even started. Everybody knows that the party begins at night. What are you saying? Please move. Cordelia rolled her eyes. She turned and walked away. A few hours later, a man dressed in a black suit stood in the middle of the club. He raised his hands and started chanting strange words. The music stopped. The lights flickered. The entire club changed. The beautiful party turned into a dark ritual room. Cordelia's heart pounded. Some girls screamed, What is happening? Help! What is happening? They ran to the door, but it was locked. Before they could escape, strong men grabbed them and dragged them into a room. Cordelia struggled, but it was no use. She turned to Sophie. Sophie, what's going on? Sophie! Sophie smirked. This is the real game, dummy. Cordelia froze. Sophie was part of it. Her job was to lure naive girls to this party to be used for money rituals. Inside the room, the girls were tied up. One by one, each girl was taken into an inner chamber. None of them came back. Cordelia's whole body shook. God, God, please, help me. Every girl in that party had a blindfold. Finally, it was Cordelia's turn. The guards dragged her into the chamber. A dreaded priest sat in the middle, surrounded by human skulls and candle. As soon as he saw Cordelia, his face twisted in anger. Who brought this abomination here? The guards looked confused. Sir, she was brought here by Sophie. Can't you see there is something around her? Can't you see the circle of fire around her? Oh, you want my own head to go in her place? Take her out of here immediately. This is an abomination. We cannot accept this abominable sacrifice. The guards didn't argue. They untied her and pushed her out. Cordelia ran as fast as her legs could carry her. She didn't stop running until she saw a car parked by the road. A kind man inside rolled down his window. What happened? Young lady, what are you doing here at the middle of the night? Please, sir, help me. I need to go home. The man saw how terrified she was and agreed. On their way, he asked to know where she lived. She gave him her address, and soon in the morning, she was at her house. As soon as Madam Ada saw Cordelia, she screamed and ran to hug her. Both of them burst into tears. Mommy, I almost died. I'm so sorry. Madam Ada hugged her tighter. Thank God you are alive, my daughter. See, don't say anything. Just come in. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Madam, it's nothing. It's nothing. Thank God she's even alive. Girls who are on that street usually die untimely. And I was surprised to see her. There have been many cases on that street of missing body parts. Thank God your daughter came home. God bless you, sir. God bless you. Cordelia told her mother everything. She begged for her mother's forgiveness. That day, her father was called. When Mr. Jonathan arrived, he held his daughter's hand and wept. Cordelia, I am so sorry. I failed you. Oh, I should have been around. But I was just out there chasing money. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please, I'm so sorry. Madam Ada sighed. At least you know now. Your daughters need you. Mr. Jonathan nodded. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Cordelia knew she had been given a second chance. She gave her life to Christ and decided to transfer to another university closer to home. No more fake life. No more chasing shadows. She has seen the truth and she would never go back. If you enjoyed this story, please why don't you click the like button so that YouTube will know that you enjoyed the story, and don't forget to subscribe. And most importantly, you can click the next video showing on your screen right here and know you're going to enjoy it. Thank you and God bless you. See you in the next video right here.